Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you a solo. Yeah, everything check, Constella.
Wagwan beautiful people, I am Chef B. If you're new to this channel, welcome Wagwan. Make sure you are subscribed down below. In today's video, we'll be styling this unit from Nadula Hair, and the unit that I got is a 13x4 lace frontal wig in 24 inches, and as you guys can see, this is a body wave type of hair. So I'm just doing a quick shed test to see if I'm getting any shedding with the hair. I didn't get any shedding, thank God. And the knots on the wig are still slightly black, although you can see that the hair is pre-plucked. However, I wanted to have more of a natural look, so we are going to be customizing the lace on this unit. So it already comes with the combs on the inside, you know, for a secure feel and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do to customize the lace is I'm going to be using basic white and volume developer to bleach the knots on this unit. So after I created the mixture, I'm just gonna pat it on. So you want to make sure that you get a nice thick consistency so that it doesn't like seep through the lace and get onto the actual hair, and then bleach it, and then your lace end up looking crazy. So I left that on for about 20 minutes, and this is how the lace is looking. So what I want to do is I want to pluck the hair just a little bit more, you know, make sure that it's not so dense in the front. We want it to have a laid back, natural type of hair lining. So I'm just going to show you guys my plucking method. It's really easy, really simple. I just make a parting in the front and then pluck behind the hair itself, the hair lining. So you're not going to pluck the actual front of the hair lining because you don't want to get a bald spot. You don't want it to look too scarce. You don't want it to look like, you know, like you're balding in the front of your wig. So that's my method. Then I'm going to use this wax stick before hot combing the front to make sure that it lays flat. So this is going to help with the flyaway, so you don't have any hair flying all over the place, and also to give it a sleek back look. And that is what is going to make your lace or the front of your unit look as natural as possible. Like, we know it's a wig, everybody else knows it's a wig, but that doesn't mean it has to look dead set like a wig. You feel me? So now that I've done that, I'm going to create my parting. So I want to create the parting before I actually put the wig on my head. I'm going to use a hot comb just to mold the hair in the direction that I need it to stay. So again, we're going to go in with the wax stick to prep the hair for the hot comb, because when you use a wax stick with that hot comb combination, girl, like, the hair will stay laid and in place. So I'm just going to continue doing that until I get the hair to lie in the direction that I need it to be molded in. Now I'm just going to start the install, and this is how the wig is looking so far. Like, guys, you see the natural hairline, it's not looking too, you know, scarce in the front. I don't even know if that's the right word, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. So to install this unit, I will be using the GWAN freezing spray. You already know my method. Just spray it directly on there before cutting off your excess lace so that the wig actually lies where you need it to melt. So I do this before I actually take off the lace, because sometimes when I take off the lace before actually gluing down the wig, depending on the size and fit of the wig, it might be too much lace that comes off. So you need to like melt it before you take off the excess lace. So that's what I'm doing, using my blow dryer for a couple of seconds to make sure that it's dry and molded down. And then I'm going to be using this wig elastic band to just tie it down. And I realized that using this with the tightness of it, it helps to make sure that the hair stays, or the lace rather, stays melted, girl, melted. Okay, so while that's happening, I'm just going to like use a hot comb once more just to make sure that the hair is laid. Okay, it is where it needs to be. Then I'm gonna go in with my Pump It Up spurts, and this is the ultimate thing to use to mold down your hair. Like, your hair will go nowhere, your parting will stay how it needs to stay with the Pump It Up spurts. So I use that, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess lace once I am satisfied with how the wig is melted. And then when I'm taking off the excess lace off the wig, I'm using this eyebrow razor. And what I'm going to do is I lift it a little bit just to make sure that I see where needs to be cut, and not to where we're going to melt it once more if somewhere lifts where you don't need to lift. But it's all good, don't worry, you're going to melt that part. And just take your time and do this. If you're not that good at using the actual razor, you could just use a small scissors and just cut off the excess lace. Now, once I'm done with that part, I'm going to go in with the Pump It Up spurts once more, and I'm just going to apply that directly on the lace, but not spray it directly. Like, use spray on my fingertip and then just dab that on, because it is still liquid at the end of the day, and liquid lifts the lace when you use Got2b freezing spray. So you don't want to actually spray it on there, because it's going to start lifting and then the positioning is going to be off, and you don't want that. And I'm gonna just tie it back down with the elastic, or you can use a molding wrap if you have one, or a hair tie, or whatever you want to use. And then now, because I washed the hair, and you know when you air dry a body wave hair, like some of the body wave is like not in the hair so much. So what I'm gonna need to do is add back, you know, a free flowing wave to the hair. So that is what I'm going to be doing. I just added some shine oil, and then I'm just going to take my one iron that I got from Amazon, and I'm just going to create some carefree body wave in the hair. It doesn't have to look too uniform, it just depends on whatever you like. And at this point, again, I'm not experiencing any shedding, because you know, after you pluck the frontal of your hair, you might get some loose shedding here and there. So I'm not getting any shedding right now, and the fullness and thickness of the hair is fantastic so far. It's lightweight, it's not too heavy, it feels breathable, and the hair curled really well. Like, the texture of this hair is really good, and the melting of the lace was actually, it was pretty impressive as well. So I'm just going to continue to do all of that, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Now I'm just taking off the elastic band just to see how my hair is looking, and obviously I'm gonna have that little lining that you have when you tie down your hair for a period of time, and also have a little shine situation going on from the spray. But you can use a little bit of rubbing alcohol, or you can just use a damp cloth with some water or whatever, and just like wipe the edge of your lace so that you don't have that shiny look in the front. And I'm just going to touch up a certain part of the hair, you know, where I feel like I could do with a little bit more curls and all that good stuff. And then I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer to make the parting a little bit more scalp-like. So you want to find something that matches your natural complexion or your foundation or whatever to put onto the parting of the hair. And that is basically all there is to it. Play with it a little bit, you know, rub out that line. You don't want it to look too crazy, and also you want it to look natural. And this is how the hair is looking, carefree and flowing. Do you see the bounce in that? It's looking real shiny. The hair is healthy, there's no shedding, it doesn't look trashy, it just looks real silky and beautiful. And I am feeling this. It's like easy breezy beautiful cover girl. Like, y'all feel that? You feel me? All the details for this unit will be in the description box down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, go ahead and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. GWAN, big up on yourself. Bye guys.
Everything heavy when we step up. You can't hang with a gang, you are solo. Yeah, everything check, Constella.